So I'm reading a chart right now, and when I pull the chart up, I see that this person is an Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, Aquarius Venus, Sag Rising, Sag Moon, Capricorn South Node, Cancer North Node. So to me, the South Node is the basis of your chart. So with this person, I said a Capricorn South Node, government, CPS, management, authority, parents, parenthood. Perhaps you had to parent your own parents. Perhaps if it's in the 12th or the 8th house, perhaps you lost a parent. CPS in real life, CPS is the Cancer Capricorn axis. I've read several Capricorn South Node charts who work for CPS advocates, or who actually had to deal with CPS with them as a child or their own children. But with the Sag Rising Aquarius, I suggested, when I did my intuitive spiel, I said a lot of rebellion, high-minded rebellion, being a rebel with the cause, moving, Sag Rising, to build your life, moving and becoming a parent. And then, I don't box people in. I realize why people love how I read a chart, because I read it more deeply. I don't tell you, you're this way, you're that way. I tell you the themes of your life. So back to this chart, Aquarius, triple Aquarius, yes, you're a rebel. You're a born rebel. The government has old, ancient, bureaucratic things that don't work anymore, and trying to navigate that as an Aquarius is hell, because it's your purpose to change that. So I suggested rebelling in some way, shape, or form. With the Sag Rising, running, fleeing things, chasing things, fatherhood, religion, your freedom, manhood, men, husbands, and fathers being a theme of your life, your entire life, okay? So I gave my spiel. When I do my charts officially, I do the South Node, the North Node, and the Rising first, because the South Node is your childhood home. It's your basis. It's what you have to leave. And you have to develop your North Node. Your whole life's journey is walking into your North Node, but you're traveling the route of your rising sign. Like I said, I don't box people in. So a low degree Capricorn South Node, being a ward of the state, having to be held responsible for your parents, having parents who are incredibly irresponsible, you having to parent your parents or parent your siblings. A high degree Capricorn South Node, Beyonce. Her Capricorn South Node is at 29 degrees. She was born into a world of two Capricorn parents who had her life mapped out for her. It can manifest in any way, shape, or form. My dad is a Capricorn South Node, and he's both. My grandfather was incredibly responsible. My grandfather put my father on the right track in life, but my grandfather was also incredibly abusive. My grandfather also kicked my dad out at 14, and my dad was a ward of the state. So that's why I don't box people in, because you can have several different expressions of these things in your life. So when I sent this to her, I told her, I said, rebellion, high-minded rebellion, being a rebel with the cause, living on the off-beaten path, Sag Moon, Sag Rising, fleeing things, running from things, a lot of long-distance travel, a lot of moving, a lot of freedom. Capricorn South Node, the government, CPS, being a born parent, working for the government. She sent me back. She was floored. She said, okay. She said, I've moved about 10 times in the last 10 years. And she said that she lived in California, and she didn't want her kids to get vaccinated. That's the Aquarius thing. My mom was the same way. Every Aquarius I know don't have certain vaccines. We're not doing that. But the government wants you to, but that's being a high-minded rebel. So this woman, as a triple Aquarius, she didn't want her kids to get vaccinated, but she knows how CPS is. So she fled specifically so CPS wouldn't take her children. And when she fled, she became an advocate for parents who unjustly have their kids taken by CPS. And I hadn't even gotten into this person's placements yet. But the North Node and South Node and Rising, that's like the grand purpose of your life. Like I'm a Virgo South Node, Pisces North Node. I was born into a world of nurses. My dad is a nurse. All his sisters are nurses. His mama was a nurse. My dad and mom met in medical corpsman school. Virgo is all about physical health. I'm moving into a world of Pisces, but I'm taking the Cancer Rising route. Cancer will be the theme of my life, my entire life. My first long-term astrology client, 7 kids, and I was helping her with motherhood. The second one in Australia, she's a Jupiter in Cancer. I was helping her from motherhood, and I see that I'm literally helping her with motherhood, Cancer, from far away, Jupiter. I'm in Houston, she's in Australia. I told her, I said, you'll be nurtured, Cancer, from far away, Jupiter. You'll be nurtured by foreign people. And she cried to me. She said, that's what happens here. She's like, the people that she works with, the foreigners over there, they feel like home to her. I also don't box people in, and I know the real life lessons and themes behind all these signs. Sagittarius, yes, it is about freedom and philosophy and luck, but in real life, you're meant to globalize. You're going to be far away from things. You're going to travel a lot. You're going to have to learn different philosophies and learn different ways of life. My Sagittarius uncle was overseas, and then I see it with people in my life. My Sagittarius uncle was overseas for my entire life. He lived in Germany. He lived in Japan. Aquarius, in your chart, you're meant to detach, but that's real. You detach from social norms, okay? You detach from certain toxic emotions. You detach from living in your emotions, and you're meant to be an example of detachment and living on your own terms within reason. But rebellion, crime, Aquarius is sextile Aries. Aries is crime. Low degree Aquarius, you can't engage with society. You don't know humanity. You hate humanity. You don't do technology. When I see Gemini, yeah, you got two people, duality, the twins. I feel like people rest on that too much. I breeze past that because that's cute, but you're a connector. Car moments. The car is spiritual with Gemini placements. Crying in the car. I mentioned that, and so many people will tell me about a car accident or a new car or some type of car thing that changed their life. I met a Mercury in Cancer. I said, your mama, Cancer, and the car, Mercury. He and his mom just had an argument about her co-signing for a car that he's not paying for. Okay? I do this in real life. Like, Cancer in your chart, that's motherhood, momming, but you're meant to mother the world. As a Cancer rising, my purpose my entire life is to mother this world, to nurture this world. This stuff is so real, and it sheds light on your real purpose in life, and that's how I do it. That's why people come to me. That's why people love me to read their chart. That's why people do not hesitate to pay me to read their chart, because I read it in real life. Let's take Libra, for example. Wherever you have Libra, that's where you're going to mediate. We always rest on the peacemaker, the diplomacy, the scales. Yeah, that's all true, but Libra sits in the middle of the zodiac for a reason. Libra mediates. Like a Libra Mars, you will mediate physical conflict. You'll have to mediate people trying to beat each other up. You will have family, Libra, conflict. Mars, Libra is all about family and how we feel the power of family and how we do family. Libra in the 12th house, I've read Libra in the 12th house and they wonder why their blood family, is so awful. And I'm like, well, you have a Libra in the 12th house. The 12th house transcends boundaries. I'm like, everybody, the world's supposed to be your family. You will have family come from everywhere. So you just have to learn how to accept that. Libra, South Node, Aries, North Node, you might have to leave some of your family. You might be crippled by family. You might be crippled by mediation because you're moving into its opposite. You're moving into Aries, newness, individuality. And don't get me started on Pisces, because I think we romanticize Pisces in the 12th house the most. Like Pisces and jail, Pisces and pregnancy, Pisces and music, Pisces and illusions, like having doppelgangers. Pisces is single white female energy. Watch the movie Single White Female. Like Leo is where people will be jealous of you, but Pisces is where people will try to unalive you to be you. It's where people want to be a carbon copy of you. People want to be an illusion of you. Pisces and pregnancy. I have a Pisces friend. I told him about Pisces and pregnancy, and he's like, oh my God, at church, I had to tell this girl that her unborn baby was dead. She had miscarried. He's like, how do you tell somebody that? I just knew. And I told her to go to the hospital. She went to the hospital and her baby was dead. I know a Cancer in the 12th house. I'll talk about dead bodies with Aries and Pisces. Aries and Pisces are so much alike. I'm doing a video on that too. But I talked about Pisces and dead bodies. I know a Sagittarius 12th house who saw a dead body while they were on vacation. And I know a Cancer moon in the 12th house who walked in on his mother dead in the bathroom. Like, will every Pisces placement experience dead bodies? No. I'm a Pisces North Node. I hope I never see a dead body, okay? If I do, I do. Who cares? But every sign has its themes, and you have to associate those themes with that person's life. Not everything's going to resonate all the time. I don't worry about accuracy or trying to be some guru that's going to tell you No, I know the themes of your life by looking at your chart. I translate your chart into a life. So book your reading, join my Patreon, get my books, and stop playing, baby. Come on.